Hello, fives. Hello, Power Year number fives. This is a reading for our Power Year number fives on Gemma's window. How are you? And thanks for joining me today. We are going to be looking at your month of March 2020, and that means you're in the month of 8. Wow. So, fives, I just want to remind you, if you just look in the calculation box below, if you're confused about getting to your power year number, but if you have concluded you're a power year number 5, I want to remind you that you only have to do that once for 2020. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. So let's review those numbers, and then let's get right to it about business, love, and any question that you have. Now, if you are a power year number 5, this can be a very exciting year. It's a year about adventure, travel, maybe adventure for you, maybe some risk taking for you in one way, shape, or another. A lot of different changes can happen in this year, and some of them can be surprises from the universe. And some of them can be, well, you wanted to change your hair, you wanted to change locations of where you live. The universe is going to push you into different directions in all different ways to open up your eyes to what else is out there for you and other opportunities for you. Now, the month of 8, that's a very karmic month. That's your most karmic month. So for all of you 5s out there who have really been paying your dues in situations and always been a good guy and worked honestly, you could be really rewarded in this month in any which way possible. You could win a prize. You could win the person that you want, or just the job, or get an inheritance, or get a raise. But it doesn't have to, of course, rewards don't have to be about money. It's just maybe you'll see good things for you, and if somebody was tough to you, you're leaving them in the dust. That's a karmic reward in itself. So let's start shuffling. I have 3 different decks here, and I'm going to shuffle these cards for you, and we're going to interpret the tarot cards. Of course, we're going to use numerology, and we're going to use my clairvoyance, whatever my impressions and pictures are from the cards, to answer questions for you today. So 5s, if you have a job, let's start there. If you're already working, let's start there. And then we're going to move to 5s who are looking for work in this month. Now, 8 has the potential for a lot of you to have some rewards in particularly the workplace. So let's take a look. Okay. So you are in this year of 5, and the first card that I have for you, and that's going to be basically your outcome, or what's the best that we can get in this month of March for you, 2020. You're in a year of 5, and you have the 5 of Pentacles card, and my 5 of Pentacles means you might leave the workplace. And if there are changes going on and you say, well, I don't want to be here for those changes, and you decide to leave, it's not a card about you being let go. It's a card about you leaving. Now, could this mean you just move offices? Could it mean that you just get a promotion, even from an offer from someone else? Yes. Does it mean that perhaps you decide you're going to go into business for yourself, or a business on the side while you're working? Yes. it's amazing that it's the Five of Pentacles and you're in the year of five, because it's all about a new idea or a switch or a change. Now, the card that's right before that shows me where you are coming from is a place of a lot of decisions, and that is another thing about five. It's kind of that jack of all trades, master of all trades kind of year, whereas maybe you couldn't make a decision, or there were people around you that couldn't make decisions because there were so many choices. Well, what do we do with this person? Well, where do we put this person, meaning you? Or maybe you're thinking, well, I could do this, I could do that. I'm just not sure what I really want. Well, it looks like you're making a decision of some kind this month of March. You're in that month of 8, and that helps me know that you have at last are going to see, hear, find, perceive some kind of guidance of where you want to go. Now, what I have coming into fruition is that don't let the little problems that are going to crop up or that you know are there stop you. It's not about you stopping this month and yet again sitting back in the armchair going, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? That was last month. So you might get shy, you might get a little scared, you might get a little worried about, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? According to what I have here, you are meant to make some kind of a change, and it's been on your mind, and you are meant to do it. Okay, my luscious fives, and I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see if there's any more information that comes up for all of you across the board when we do our next segment, which is I'm shuffling for those of you fives who are looking for work. Those of you who are looking for work, these cards, these readings may be for some of you who have a job, who are wondering if you should leave, or will you get that other offer. Okay, here's a nice stroke of luck for you fives who are looking for work. And it looks to me like a bad situation is going to turn into a better situation. That the universe may pull a number on you where you think, oh my word, I don't want this. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to be let go. I didn't want to have a fight with so-and-so. I didn't want the company to fold. I really needed that. But it's going to lead you to another situation that you are meant to take on. Now, what I want to figure out here, and I'm gonna touch this card and focus in, is what is this Three of Cups card trying to tell me? My meaning for this card. Oh, okay. I think that you're going to have more than one offer. That's what I think that's going to be. I think that you are going to be confused about which direction to go, or which offer to take, or which path to take. But I feel, though I don't know which path that is, one thing that comes into mind is healthcare. But besides that, we're not doing an individual reading. We're doing a general reading right now. But I feel like you're going to have to make a decision. This year of 5 is exactly that kind of thing, is that there might be a bunch of different opportunities in front of you where you really don't know which direction to go, and or you just simply don't know which direction to go. But I want to tell you that the cards are saying you're going to have luck in whatever direction you choose. So you have to do your little priority list of the pros and cons of every direction that you're thinking of. Choose one, and you're going to have luck to push you in that direction. I like it. Very, very nice. And this can go for those of you who have a job, who are looking outside of the box, outside of the job, or something just coming out of nowhere, an offer of some kind just coming and landing on your lap. Okay, fives, let's take a look at you for romance Let's shuffle these cards. Oddly, I feel like I have somebody standing right behind me right now. And there's nobody there over my right shoulder. Is there somebody there for you, fives? Let's shuffle these cards and let's see what we've got. Let's take a look at our fives who are in relationships. Fives who are in a relationship in this month of March 2020. Okay, fives. It looks to me as though you are going to be gloomy. You're going to be a bit of a gloomy Gus and think that things maybe aren't going that well. Maybe you heard a little something, a little voice whispered in your ear, something about your loved one, something that makes you doubt them, something that makes you wonder, how are things going? Interesting also that this card can also mean that, yes, indeed, if there are children involved in any level, that yes, indeed, they can be influencing the situation in a negative way, where it might just be too much for you to take on and it might be too much for someone else to take on. But the bulk here of the reading and the 8 of the karmic month is that you're a good guy. You're a good guy in this situation, and you have a wonderful card behind you, pushing you. You have the Sun card, the best card in the deck that says all your wishes and dreams coming true. There is no reason that they can't happen for you, and you've got to keep on going, and you've got to work through this period of question mark that you've got in your mind about this relationship, and you've got to stick to who you are and keep on just being yourself and let things fall into place, because I really do feel like they're going to fall into place for you. I think that this rocky period or this negativity that you're going through, or an issue that you have with your loved one, I feel like you're making it a bigger deal in your mind than it is, and it is going to fall by the wayside, and things are going to go back to being good again for you in that relationship. Now, I don't have a break up here, fives, but in the year of 5, anything can happen, and if you decide that, well, being me is saying, I'm not going to take this, I can't live with this, then that's being you. And so you might have to put your foot down in that way, and it's a fluctuation you weren't expecting. You never thought you'd see the day where you'd be the one saying it. But the fact of the matter is that there's something that's bringing you down, and it's got to be dealt with. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. And if that's the way you have to deal with it, then it's the month to do that, because good fortune is going to look down on you, and you'll be rewarded in whatever way the universe wants to do that by honoring yourself. It's a karmic month for you. Now let's pull cards for those of you fives who are looking for a relationship. Well, that's a nice card. Okay. So it looks to me like after a long haul, it looks to me like finally that commitment's going to be coming. I do have a commitment card here. So I think that you've been very patient, and you're going to be rewarded with the right person coming your way. And I also think that things are going to be moving pretty quickly for you. And you may be tempted to move right in with them, or relocate, or just be very, very flexible because you're very, very happy that they're there. And I feel like it's the way that it's supposed to be, fives, because 5 is a year of change. And you know what's interesting to me is I try to connect, people who are in a relationship, the cards there, and people who are looking, the cards here. And I'm thinking to myself, could it be possible that some of you say, I have put up with what I've been doing long enough. It's not changing, and I'm going to let this relationship go. And could it be that someone else falls into your lap very, very quickly? We all hear about or have experienced, we have a friend, maybe it's happened to us, where they dated someone for 7 years and the person would never commit. They break up and then the person's married in the next year. Very, very, very annoying, but it does happen. Well, that could be you. That could be you, fives, in this crazy year of 5. Again, it's a karmic debt year. If you've been a good soul, then you're going to be rewarded. You can be potentially rewarded in any way in this month of March. Let's shuffle the cards. Now, here's your task, fives. I'm going to ask you to think of a very specific question, and it can be about your friend or a family member. It can be about anything. It can be about love, again, for you. Business, again, for you. It can be about finance, health, anything at all. But the more specific your question is, and you commit it, the more specific you can make my answer. You just have to change the words of a general answer to make them fit, but just don't change the outcome. Here we go. Now, any question that you have, let's see what's the best that we can expect for you, fives, in this month of March of 2020. This has got quite the personality to it, so let's figure it out. You've got 2 major arcana cards here, and that means quickly. This happens quickly. And I feel like you have hope about a situation. And I do feel like if this situation, and it probably does, includes another person, I feel like it's the right person. So if you've touched base with a particular doctor, or you've touched base with a particular person at work and needed to ask for something more, or complain, or put in a bid for a job, or you have been having a conflict with a loved one's extended family member, and you had to sit down with them, or you talked to your loved one and said, your mother's got to make some changes. I feel like you've done the right thing, but it's got to wait now, because my Empress card is about getting all your ducks in a row, but there's delayed success. Now, I associate the 9 with my Empress card, and that can be 9 days, the 9th of a month. It can mean September, but and our next card coming into being is our 9 of Swords card. So, and what I feel like that card is saying coming into being is there's going to be somebody that's unhappy with you moving forward. There's going to be people at work annoyed about whatever this decision or request that you've made is. Somebody around, maybe you ride off into the sunset with the person that you want, and somebody's left behind saying, no, I didn't want that. There is going to be unhappiness about you moving forward in this situation. But boy, do I just see you with this glow and this happiness that if you got your wish, you'd say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You can't please everybody, and I've thought about this, and I've reached out to the right people, and it's what I really want, and there's a good chance you're going to be rewarded. Oh, and let me tell you this, fives, next month, you're in the month of 9. So you just might get this by next month. Might all work out for you. Very exciting. And then you might second guess yourself and say, oh my goodness, I don't know, me taking this job, it makes me relocate and it causes problems, or this new doctor is a distance. I got the situation, I got the appointment, but now I got to get myself there. Yeah. It's the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right track, fives. Good for you. Hey, fives, I want to thank you for joining Gemma's Window this month. If you'd like to know more about me, just hop on to my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com or contact me or make an appointment. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, fives. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye for now.